Let's now talk about multiples. Now, a number is said to be a multiple of each of its factors. Now, very interesting. Factors and multiples are very closely related. So, it is something like this. Let's say that you have a sister. So, what will you be to your sister? You will be your sister's brother, and she will be a brother's sister, and you will be a sister's brother. So how is the relation like? So let's say that the name of your sister is, say, Reena, and let's say that your name is Sunny. So this means that Reena is sister of Sunny and Sunny is brother of Reena. So that's the relation, right? So in a similar way, if you say that, say, 2 is a factor of 12, that would mean that 12 is a multiple of 2. So that is how the relation is. So let's say 2 and 12. So if we say that 2 is a factor of 12, then we will have to say that 12 is a multiple of 2. So a number is always a multiple of each of its factors. So let us understand this with examples. Now we had seen in the previous slide that for any number, let's say for number 3, we have how many factors? It has 2 factors, 1 and 3. Right? Why? Because 3 can be written as 1 into 3. It can also be written as 3 into 1. So this means, what does this mean? This means that 3 is a multiple of 1. 3 is also a multiple of 3. So 3 is a multiple of 1, 3 is a multiple of 3. Similarly, if you take number 4, so 4 can be written as 1 into 4, it can be written as 2 into 2, it can also be written as 4 into 1. So it has 3 factors, that is 1, 2 and 4. So that means that 4 is multiple of 1, 2 and 4. Let's talk about 6. So what are the factors that 6 has? So 1 into 6, 2 into 3, 3 into 2, 6 into 1. So 1, 2, 3, 6. These are the factors of 6. So this means that 6 is multiple of 1, 2, 3 and 6. So this is the meaning of multiple. Now let us try writing multiples of different numbers. So let us start with the small numbers. So let's start with 2. So how do we write multiple? How do we write multiples? Multiple means whenever you multiply a number to this number, you would get another number. So that would basically become its multiple. For example, if you multiply 1 to 2, you get 2. That means 2 is a multiple of 2 because 2 can be exactly divided by 2. Similarly, if you write 2 into 2, which is equal to 4, that means 4 is divisible by 2. That means 2 becomes a factor of 4 and 4 becomes a multiple of 2. So please understand this concept very carefully. Now, the exact divisor of any number is called its factor, right? And the number of which it is a factor is called its multiple. So that's the simple concept. So in this case, 2 into 2 is 4. That means 4 is a multiple of 2 and 2 is a factor of 4 because 2 is an exact divisor of 4. Similarly, if you write 2 into 3 equal to 6, that means 6 is exactly divisible by 2. So 2 is a factor of 6 and 6 is a multiple of 2. 2 into 4 is equal to 8, which means 8 is exactly divisible by 2. Therefore, 2 is a factor of 8 and 8 is a multiple of 2. So that's the logic. Now in this way, we can write down all the multiples of 2. And this will continue because as you keep increasing this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, you will continue to get these multiples. So how many multiples exist for 2? Infinite, because this 1, 2, 3, 4, the counting will go till infinity. We know, right, that natural numbers, whole numbers, they continue till infinity. So basically 2 multiplied by infinity will become some infinity. So that ways we can say that there exists infinite number of multiples for a particular number. So please understand the concept of or understand the relationship between factor and multiple very clearly. So let us take any one example from this. So can you tell me from this who is a factor and who is a multiple and why? So if you take this instant, you will see this means that 8 is exactly divisible by 2. Now since 8 is exactly divisible by 2, that means if you divide 8 by 2, what will you get? You get 4. So that means that 2 is a factor of 8, and it also means that 8 is a multiple of 2. So that is the simple concept of factors and multiples. Right? Let's try to write multiples of the number 3. How would you write multiples of 3? 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, and so on. So what do you get? 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. So in this fashion, you can write down the multiples of 3. Now in similar fashion, you can also write multiples of bigger numbers. So let us take an example. Let's consider 12. So how would you write multiples of 12? Just keep on multiplying the various natural numbers like 12 into 1, 12 into 2, 12 into 3, 12 into 4. So what do you get? You get 12, 24, 36, 48, and so on. So this can go till infinity. So there exists infinite multiples of any number. So you talk about even bigger number like 200 or 20. So it would be 20 into 1, which is 20, 20 into 2, which is 40, 20 into 3, which is 60, and so on. So in this way, we can write down multiples of numbers. So I hope that the relationship between factors and multiples is clear now. So what do here? Let us quickly look at some of the questions. Question number 1. Write all the factors of the following numbers 27, 18 and 36. So let us start with 27. So how do we write factors of a number? So we start from 1 and we just keep checking that is there any number which can divide 27 completely. So that's how we would do it. So let us start with 1. So yes, 1 into 27, we can write it like this. So 1 is a factor of every number, we know. What about 2? 2 will not divide 27. How about 3? Yes, 3 nines are 27. How about 4? 4 will again not divide. 5, no. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, yes. 9 into 3 is 27. So again, as you move on like this, you find that again finally the next thing that you can write is 27 into 1. So basically from this you see that 1, 3, 9, 27. These are the factors of 27. Now you might ask me here that how can we just mentally decide that 2 can divide 27 completely or not? Or how would we decide that 4 will divide 27 or not? Because you might not know that at instance. So for that we will give as we move ahead with this lesson, I will give you some tricks. They are called divisibility tests, and using those tests you can very quickly determine whether a particular number is divisible by another number or not. So that will make your task easier. Now let us talk about the next number, that is 18. So for 18, what are the ways we can write 18? So we can write 18 as 1 into 18. This can be written as 2 into 9. This can also be written as 3 into 6. This can be written as 6 into 3, 9 into 2 and 18 into 1. Now have you observed something very nice about this sequence? that first you write 1 into 18, 2 into 9, 3 into 6. Now the moment you write it as 2 into 9, that anyways proves that 2 is a factor of 18, but it also indirectly proves that 9 is also a factor of 18, because 9 will also divide 18 completely, leaving quotient as 2 and remainder as 0. And that is why you get the same terms again, just the order changed. So this time you are dividing it by 9 instead of 2. And that is how you can say that 18 would have the factors 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. Let us now talk about 36. So 36 can be written as 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, 6 into 6, 9 into 4, 12 into 3, 18 into 2, 36 into 1. So these are the various ways in which you can write 36, which shows that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36 are the factors of 36. Question number 2. Write first 5 multiples of 9. Now how do we find multiples? By multiplying the number by the various natural numbers. So first 5. So we start multiplying with 1. So multiplied by 1, then multiplied by 2, then 3, then 4 and then 5. So what are their values? So this is 9, this is 18, this is 27, this is 36 and this is 45. So these are the first 5 multiples of 9. Question number 3. Match the items in column 1 with the items in column 2. 35. Is it a multiple of 8? Do you think that 35 would be a multiple of 8? Quickly recall the table of 8. 8 ones are 8, 8 is 16, 8 is 24, 8 4 is 32, 8 5 is 40. So you have 42, you have 32 and then you have 40. So 35 is not there. So 35 is not a multiple of 8. Multiple of 7, yes, it is a multiple of 7, because when you actually look at the multiples of 7, you would see they are 7 ones are 7, 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28 and 7 5 is 35. So 35 is a multiple of 7. 15. What is 15? Is 15 multiple of 8? No. Multiple of 70? No, because multiples of any number will always be greater than or equal to the number. So multiple of 70 has to be greater than or equal to 70. Factor of 30? Factor of 30, yes, that could be possible, because when you divide 30, now in order to be factor of 30, 15 should exactly divide 30. So when you divide 30 by 15, what do you get? You can write 30 as 15 into 2. So therefore it leaves remainder 0. So therefore 15 is a factor of 30. 16. The 16 is a multiple of 8. Why? Because 8 into 2 is equal to 16. So therefore 16 is a multiple of 8. 20. So 20 is a multiple of 70. That is not possible, because multiple of 70 has to be greater than or equal to 70. 20 is a factor of 50. That is also not true, because if you divide 50 by 20, the remainder is not 0. A factor of 20, yes, because every number is a factor of itself. 25 is a multiple of 70, no, not possible again. 25 is a factor of 50, yes, that can happen. That's because 50 divided by 25 is equal to 2. So 50 can be written as 25 into 2. So 25 is a factor of 50.